Welcome back to Bravo Breaking News. I am your host, Kim, aka Bravo Breaking News on Instagram. And I don't know about you, but I have major whiplash when it comes to what is going on with Jax and Brittany. Over the past week, they have whipped us back and forth when it comes to what is going on in their relationship. But I think I finally uncovered the truth and have some very plausible theories as to exactly what is going on, the truth behind it all, and why the news is coming out the way it is. I'm going to break it all down, but before I dive in, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any Bravo breaking news. So in case you missed it, this all started because there were theories swirling around Instagram and Reddit that Jax and Brittany were living separately. The proof was Brittany was actually posting Instagram stories that showed her in another house that was not the house she owned with Jax, even though week after week she would deny that anything was going on the podcast. Then last Friday, she finally revealed the truth that her and Jax were going through hard times and they were currently living separately. The news spread like wildfire. Everybody was talking about the breakup. I mean, it was all over the place. It made it into all the major media publications that they had separated. Until a new video surfaced by the one and only Jax Taylor. Because the night that the news came out, Page 6 just so happened to catch Jax coming out of the gym that night and ask him about exactly what was going on.
How'd you guys know I was here?
This is a popular gym. Do you reckon, look, obviously the fans are asking and thinking online that, do you reckon there's going to be a chance of reconciliation at all?
Oh, of course. I mean, this is not divorce. We're just taking some time apart and just trying to reassess, our situation. And, we have a child involved and we just want to do what's best for our kid.
Now, let me clear one thing up for you. Paparazzi are not waiting around in the valley to catch these Vanderpump Rules stars. They are being called to these specific locations in order to interview them. And that's exactly what this was. And Jax isn't hiding it very well because he comes out and he says, "How'd you guys know I was here?" Like, this is paparazzi 101, Jax. Don't give it away right off the bat. But then here's where the real news starts, because Jax claims that they're actually not living separately, that Brittany has moved back in, and that this in no way means that they are getting a divorce.
How's the new living arrangement? How you guys doing with that?
We're actually together. We're living in our home right now.
Oh, lovely, because there was a story that was online.
She was in a house for a while, but yeah, she's back now. We're trying to figure it out. This is all fresh and new. So.
And now everybody is confused, including myself, because Brittany, that same day on the podcast, had said they were living separately. But Jax, that night, now says they're living together. Yes, it's definitely suspicious to say the least. And that is not the end of it, because the following day, we get another update that contradicts what Jax said the night before. According to Page 6, Brittany Cartwright moves into new rental home despite Jax Taylor saying they're living together again post-split. Page 6 can confirm that Brittany Cartwright has indefinitely moved out of her shared home with Jax Taylor with no plans of looking back. A source close to the Vanderpump Rules alum exclusively tells Page 6 that Cartwright moved into a new rental this week amid her split because the lease on her previous short-term rental ended. We're told the mother of one first moved out of her and Taylor's home in the Valley in Los Angeles about a month ago, around late January or early February, after she decided to separate from her husband. They're not on a path to reconciliation, the source insists, before reiterating that they are taking time apart, just like Cartwright said on the Thursday episode of their podcast, When Reality Hits. Now, like I said, this completely contradicts what Jax said in the paparazzi video just the night before. So what the hell is going on? Then we have Brittany doing yet another staged paparazzi interview. This time, she's headed to brunch with a friend in LA.
It's Jax, so he's not really trying that much right now, so.
Of course, the paparazzi is going to ask her whether this is a publicity stunt.
Absolutely not.
Is this for your mental health?
This is definitely for my mental health. I think that's been one of the hardest parts right now is that people are speculating that I am doing something for the show coming out because actually, no.
And her answer is, of course, no, she would never do this for a publicity stunt. She's doing it for her mental health. Now, I'm going to circle back to that one in a few. She also says there's only so much she can take in their relationship until she hits a breaking point, and that is basically what happened. And she's expecting Jax to make some changes, and if he does, then she thinks that they can get back together. She also says that, of course, yes, we will be seeing their relationship drama play out on The Valley, which is set to premiere in just a couple weeks. Finally, she shares, which I find a little suspicious, that this in no way is going to impact their businesses together. They're still going to continue to podcast together, run their bar together, and continue all of their business ventures together. But that's not all. A day after this interview, Brittany decides to remove Couchy, her last name that she shares with Jax, from her Instagram bio. Now, I don't know about you, but this has smelled suspicious from the beginning. Now, I don't deny that her and Jax have relationship problems. Jax has not been faithful to her in the past, and I can imagine that they probably have those issues continuing in their marriage. But this is 100% a publicity stunt if I have ever seen one. I mean, just the fact that their interviews are contradicting each other, and the fact that they are staging paparazzi interviews day after day. I mean, these paparazzi aren't just following them around West Hollywood, guys. They are calling them to come and ask them the questions that they want to be asked. It's very fishy to me that they're going to continue on doing their business ventures. I mean, if you were splitting up from your husband and actually having serious issues, would you want to continue working together? I highly doubt that. Then she says that, yes, we are going to see all of these issues play out on The Valley, and that's where my antennas went up. Because ever since Scandival, I've noticed a trend with our Bravo shows. First, it was Kyle and Mauricio. Second, it was Lindsay and Carl. And now it's Jax and Brittany. And this has become the new formula for Bravo shows, it seems like. You break up, and then you promote the new season saying, oh, you'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out this coming season. I mean, it's basically the Bravo playbook at this point. Everybody wants to recreate Scandival. They want the ratings for their shows to be high. I'm not saying that they don't have real relationship issues and possibly have broken up, but what I do know is there is strategy behind the timing of this news, how it's put out, and what they are saying. And the whole point behind it is to string us along and get us invested and to tune in into the new season of their show. So I don't know about you, but this is basically the new PR blueprint for Bravo shows. We've seen it before. I'm sure we will see it again, but this Jax and Brittany thing is most definitely a PR stunt, and they're just trying to string us along for the ride. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think my theory is plausible? I think it's pretty good. Will you be tuning into The Valley? Let me know. Are you really invested in this story? Are you really invested in their relationship? Or do you think it's kind of just a lost cause at this point? Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more Bravo breaking news.